Only a few weeks ago, we were here talking about civil servants attempting to cancel the word Christmas for fear that it would offend people from other religions, even though I couldn't actually find anyone from another religion that was offended. Well, the language police are at it again. This time, the Whitehall Style Guide have decided that they should avoid using the word Brexit. I mean, you really couldn't make this up. Instead, it must be referred to as the 31st December 2020, so New Year's Eve 2020. The Welsh Labour government went a step further and put even more words on the banned list, like BAME, which I suspect must have been created by people who were not in the group it describes, as most in it, myself included, cannot stand the term. Able-bodied, vulnerable, mental patient, insane or mad, cripple, invalid, and the word dwarfism. The latter should instead be referred to as people with restricted growth or short stature. All banned by the Welsh Government. Now, I'll be honest, it's pretty obvious that most of the words on that list are offensive. But the term Brexit, really? Now, the 31st of December 2020, which was the day the Queen signed the European Union Act and sealing the deal on a new partnership, that's why they determined that that is the date. But how is that word in any way offensive? They've also decided that they're not comfortable with the phrase transition period, a term they themselves made up. Instead, they would like us to call that bit the date during which the UK negotiated its departure from the EU. Oh, it sounds so civil. It was anything but that. Shall we just call it the bit where politicians of all parties turned us into a laughingstock when they tried every tactic known to mankind to upturn a democratic vote, when democracy left British politics and self-interest ruled, where a supposedly neutral speaker nailed his colours to the mast and we all got to see the madness that is the House of Commons? Yes, I remember that clearly. Theresa May and her kitten heels being pushed around like a tennis ball, going back and forth, trying her best to sort out a withdrawal agreement and failing dismally. All other politics stood still and we all realised that we could do a better job. It's a bit like the moment in The Wizard of Oz, when the curtain comes back and you realise those in charge are hiding behind a curtain of incompetence and that you or I could do a whole lot better with our eyes shut. I think transition period is putting it extremely politely. After all, they came up with the term. No, I'll continue to call Brexit Brexit. I'll continue to call the transition period just that. We'll continue to call people who still won't accept the democratic vote and believe that we should still be in the sinking ship that is the EU, Ramonas. And I refuse to help to alleviate the embarrassment of the British politicians who must look back on their behaviour regarding Brexit and recoil in shame. The rest of the world were laughing at us. Instead of wasting our time and money replacing words that may or may not be offensive or trying to make themselves look and sound virtuous, how about they focus on the extortionate cost of living crisis, the failing NHS and their approach to COVID, and if they really want to sort out Brexit, there is still that unresolved matter with Northern Ireland. No, I didn't think so.